And good morning, everyone. Welcoming you to another edition of Game Time with Kenny. Yes, Game Time with Kenny is back in the house. And first of all, I want to apologize to my viewers and followers that it was so long since our last episode. We did have some issues with YouTube, um, and the issues have been corrected. And so the issues took a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Um, so I do appreciate your patience in this, and that it did take us a long time for us to get back on the air. But I want to just thank you for again being patient with me, and but I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July today. Our country is 243 years old today. So happy birthday to the United States of America. And may you have a very safe 4th of July today and this weekend. Um, I want to, first of all, today talk about what happened in Major League Baseball. But before I get to that, I want to talk about, you know, Kawhi Leonard. What changes if Kawhi signs with the Lakers, Clippers, or the Raptors? It is undecided as right now. Uh, but it looks like there's a 99% chance that Kawhi Leonard will sign with the Toronto Raptors. Um, if he signs with the Lakers, remember, they got Anthony Davis and they got LeBron James over there. If he signs with the Clippers, they really don't have much of anyone over there right now other than Kawhi Leonard. But if Kawhi Leonard stays with the Raptors, what will their chances be of winning another NBA title? And with Kawhi Leonard, whether he signs with the Lakers, Clippers, or the Raptors, will they win another title next year? That would be something to find out. And in the 2019 Gold Cup in soccer, the United States men beat Jamaica 3-1. So as they continue, so congratulations in that. And and as you know, in tennis, the Wimbledon is actually going on. Um, the next match, and this will be Hawaiian Standard Time. Remember that um, if you want to know the current time in the East Coast, you want to add 6 hours to the time that I would mention. And if you want the Pacific Standard Time, you would add 3 hours. So there will be two matches uh, occurring at midnight Hawaiian Standard Time, and one occurring at 2 a.m. and one occurring at 6:30 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. Those for the women. And for the men, they do have one at midnight, 2 a.m., 4 a.m., and 6:30 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. And in the ICC Cricket World Cup, Afghanistan will meet the West Indies at 11:30 at night, Hawaiian Standard Time. So for those of you in Hawaii, you have not reached the 4th of July yet. That will occur in 49 minutes. All right. So on that note, let's go back to Major League Baseball. And yesterday, uh, game one of a doubleheader between the White Sox and Tigers in Chi-Town. Cease goes 5 innings in the debut as the White Sox beat the Tigers 7-5 as Dylan Cease threw 5 innings in a winning Major League debut. Um, in the nation's capital, the Washington Nationals beat the Miami Marlins 3-1, and Steven Strasburg, he struck out 14 in 7 1/3 innings, and Brian Dozier and Matt Adams homered in the victory for the Washington Nationals yesterday. In the Battle of New York between the Yankees and the Mets at Shea Stadium, the Yankees get the victory as Domingo German pitched 6 sharp innings in his return from the injury. And the Yankees beat the Mets 5-1. The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Chicago Cubs 6-5 as the Pirates rally in the 9th inning to beat the Cubs. And the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Boston Red Sox 6-3 as Saley, I'm 3-8. That is absolutely embarrassing what he says afterward. Not acceptable. Baltimore Orioles get 6 runs in the 6th inning, and they hold on to beat the Tampa Bay Rays 9-6. Renato Nunez hit a 3-run homer to complete a 6-run 9th inning. And they score 6 runs in the 9th inning. And that is just amazing. So Renato Nunez gets the 3-run home run in the 9th. And the Orioles beat the Rays 9-6. In Cincinnati, the Reds beat the Brewers 3-0 as Yasiel Puig homered for the second consecutive game. And the Cincinnati Reds Scooter beat the Brewers 3-0. The Braves beat the Phillies 9-2 as Josh Donaldson and Austin Riley hit 3-run home runs. So that is where they got most of the offense again. Josh Donaldson and Austin Riley hit 3-run home runs off Nick Pivetta as the Braves beat the Phillies 9-2. The Angels go into Arlington and beat the Texas Rangers 6-2 as Mike Trout homered twice and Jamie Barria, filling the roster spot for the late Tyler Skaggs, lead the Angels past the Texas Rangers 6-2. Game 2 of the doubleheader in Chi-Town. Well, the White Sox do get the 2-game sweep yesterday as Jose Abreu hits a 3-run homer in the 12th inning. And Yohan Moncada and Ryan Cordell, they helped the White Sox beat the Tigers yesterday in the doubleheader sweep 9-6, and the second game again went 12 innings. The Astros go into Denver and beat the Rockies 4-2 as Alex Bergman homered for the Astros and leading them to the victory. And Yuli Gurriel also homered for the Houston Astros in the 4-2 victory. And Clevinger shuts down the Royals. Mike Clevinger pitched 6 innings of 4-hit ball. And Carlos Santana and Roberto Perez went deep in the Indians' 4-0 win And Minnesota gets a 12-inning victory in Oakland as Mitch Garver hits the go-ahead single with 1 out in the 12th inning as Minnesota beats Oakland 4-3. Evan Longoria and Alex Dickerson hit consecutive home runs in the third inning as San Francisco beats San Diego 7-5. All-star Cody Bellinger hits a tie-breaking home run in the 10th inning, giving the LA Dodgers a 5-4 victory at home over the Arizona Diamondbacks. And the St. Louis Cardinals rally for 5 runs in the 9th inning to stun the Seattle Mariners 5-2. All right. So, this day in sports history. Well, what happened here? Well, in 1910, there were race riots that broke out all over the United States after the African-American Jack Johnson knocked out Jim Jeffries in a heavyweight boxing match. In 1919, Jack Dempsey won the World Heavyweight Champion when he defeated Jess Willard. In 1934, boxer Joe Louis won his first professional fight. In 1939, Lou Gehrig retired from Major League Baseball. In 1980, Nolan Ryan, the Houston Astros, got his 3,000th career strikeout. In 1980, Martina Navratilova won her 6th straight Wimbledon singles championship and her 8th overall. In 2003, Kobe Bryant, the Los Angeles Lakers, was arrested on suspicion of sexual assault after turning himself into police. He was released after posting a $25,000 bond. And that's what happened on this day in sports history. And also, in 1890, the Wimbledon women's tennis, Lena Rice becomes the only Irish female to win at Wimbledon, beating Mae Jacks 6-4, 6-1. In 1891, the Wimbledon men's tennis, Wilfred Baddeley wins the first of 3 Wimbledon singles championships, beating Joshua Pim 6-4, 1-6, 7-5, 6-love. In 1892, Wimbledon men's tennis, defending champion Wilfred Baddeley beats Joshua Pim 6-3, 6-2. In 1904, International Lawn Tennis Challenge, Wimbledon, Lawrence Doherty and Reggie Doherty beat Paul D. Borman and William D. Meyer D. Warzy 6-love, 6-1, 6-3 to give British Isles an unassailable 3-0 lead over Belgium ends 5-0. In 1905, the Baseball Hall of Fame pitchers Rube Waddell for the Oakland A's and Cy Young Boston matchup in 20-inning classic. The A's win 4-2. In 1906, the Wimbledon's men's tennis, Lawrence Doherty beats Frank Riseley 6-4, 4-6, 6-2, 6-3 for his 5th straight Wimbledon singles title. In 1907, the Canadian World Heavyweight Boxing Champion Tommy Burns knocks out Bill Squires of Australia in the first round in Colma, California, his 6th title defense. And in 1907, the Wimbledon men's tennis Australian Norman Brooks becomes the first non-Englishman and left-hander to win Wimbledon, beating Arthur Gore 6-4, 6-2, 6-2. Well, that is what happened this day in sports history. So I wanted to just again thank you so much for joining us today. And In this edition of this time or Game Time with Kenny, um, I just truly just want to wish everyone a happy 4th of July. And it's uh, it's good to be back, but I also want to let you know what also happened this day in sports history. There's actually a few more things I want to tell you about. Um, 112 years ago today, Notre Dame scored 27 touchdowns in a single game. That was incredible. I mean, 27 touchdowns in a single game. And that's what happened. The New York Yankees permanently uh, adopted pinstripes 98 years ago today. It's been 14 years since the Great One played his last game in the National Hockey League. That was Wayne Gretzky. In tennis, Arthur Ashe retired from tennis 23 years ago today. And in Major League Baseball, President Taft threw out the first pitch 103 years ago today. And those are some of the great things in what happened in this day in sports history. So you did learn some things about today's day in sports history. And again, I just want to thank everyone for being so patient with me. And it was great coming back. And we hope to again see you tomorrow. And have a great 4th of July today, as I said. And you have a great weekend. And we'll again see you tomorrow. And for those of you in the state of Hawaii, it is 11:23 at night right now on July 3rd. So you will have your 4th of July coming up in 37 minutes. Have a great day, and good night for those of you in Hawaii as well. Bye for now.